In this video I show you how to change anti-roll bars and sway bar bushings on nearly any car. For this video and this demonstration I'm gonna be using BMW 5 Series F11, which is my daily. But this process is nearly same or similar on any car. But not every single car is absolutely the same. Let me show you. For example, this model have this anti-roll bar which is straight on the top but little bit bent on the bottom. Some of the models or some different cars have it straight on the top, straight on the bottom. So this is what you have to think about. But let's get into it. Start with the bolts on the wheels. When the car is still on the ground, slightly loose the bolts, but don't remove them yet. Then we can get jack under the car and lift the front end. If you have BMW, feel safe to lift the car like I do. But if you don't have a BMW, find information how to lift your car safely without causing any damage. Then place the 4 axles under the car and drop the car down on the 4 axles. After that, remove wheels and remove under tray if you have one on your car. When you are done with the under tray, you will need 17mm spanner and 18mm sockets to undo the anti-roll bar on the shock absorber and on the sway bar. In my case, I had to slightly push the shock absorber up to remove the anti-roll bar, but even then I had to use a bit of force to remove it.
This is first anti-roll bar out. Let's go to the other side.
After all of that, we are ready to remove the sway bar. We need to undo 4 bolts that hold the sway bar to the frame. And in my case, I had to lose few bolts on the plastic covers to be able to move them away. When you remove the sway bar, then you are ready to swap the bushings on the sway bar for a new one. But in my case I can't because I got wrong bushings. But I didn't know that, so I will have to do it again, but you can carry on. When you swap the bushings, then you are ready to bolt the sway bar back on. Put the brackets back on in good direction. In my case, the brackets have arrow shape on the front that is pointing forward and round shape on the back. When you have the sway bar bolts to the car, double check if the bolts are tight enough, but don't over tie them. Don't forget to put back the plastic covers if you had some. After the sway bar is done, we are ready to get the new anti-roll bars and fix it to the shock absorber and to the sway bar. Then I had to use this weird ratchet that I don't have a clue how it's called. And I had to use hex bits to hold the middle part to be able to tighten the nut. Bolt the under tray back on and then bolt the wheels back on. But don't tighten the wheels properly yet, because you're gonna do it on the ground. Then lift the car like before, remove the 4 axles and we are done. Don't forget to tie the bolts on wheels. Sadly I didn't change the bushings because these ones are apparently different ones. So I will have to order new ones which they're gonna fit on the front sway bar. And yeah, not always is going as you want to, so I will have to do it again. Not ideal, but what can I do? If you like to see my build Astra, which I am doing right now, you can click into this corner. I'm gonna see you in the next one. And if I helped you, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button and share it with your friends. I see you next one. Cheers.